All right, what's going on, everybody? Look like I had a little technical difficulties earlier. Um, we'll see how this goes now. Let's see here. All right, so we'll look at a little, go over those stories, and then we'll look at today's biggest winners and losers. All right, so we got here the coin market cap, as you can see. Um, Bitcoin is down 0.56%, still up 11% for the week. Ethereum is down 4%, 0.4%, still up 13% for the week. BNB is down 0.87%, still up 6.51% for the week. Uh, XRP is down 2.2%, still up 2.68% for the week. Cardano is down 1.67, still up 20% for the week. And Cardano, a lot of people had counted Cardano out, but as you can see, Cardano is still making moves and still doing its thing. So I wouldn't count Cardano out as of right now. I definitely wouldn't do that. Um, let's see here. You have Terra Luna that's up 4%, up 14% for the week. You have Solana that is up 0.4%, up 20% for the week as well. You have also have let's see here. You also have Avalanche that's down 2.6%. That is up 8% for the week. You have Shiba, which is down 1.5%, which is still up 14% for the week. Shiba is actually we're going to be making a big noise. You had a lot of news with Shiba, AMC taking Shiba for payments as well. You have Polygon, Matic, that's down 2.4%, but up 9% for the week. Chrono CRO down 2%, up 14% for the week. Litecoin down 2%, up 4% for the week. Atom down 1%, Chainlink down 1%, Uniswap down 0.7%, FTX token down 3%. So it's down 3%, up 11%. And the big news is Waves. Waves is a Russian-based company, and you can bet that Waves is, a lot of Russians are putting their money into Waves, etc. For the simple fact that the sanctions or whatnot that's taking place in Russia. So that they're up 21% for last day, and up 81% for the week. So that's big right there. So let's get into a little bit of a little news. A couple of articles that we have here today. We have Russia is considering selling its oil and gas for Bitcoin as sanctions intensify for the West. All right, now this is big because if Russia decides to sell this oil for not only rubles but for you know, Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in general, you can see a spike in the cryptocurrency market and whatever particular currency that Bitcoin that Russia is trying to sell it in, whether it be Bitcoin or Ethereum, etc. So that could be very big for that. So that'd be something to look into. And you have the Russian national fiat currency, chairman saying, Chair Pavel Zelvani said, that they're looking at other fiat currency as well as Bitcoin. They will be considering alternative ways to pay for Russia's energy exports. And he quote, "We have been proposing to China for a long time to switch to settlements in national currencies for rubles and yuan. All right, with Turkey, it will be lira and rubles." And he didn't stop there. And he yet said you could also trade Bitcoins. All right, and so Bitcoin went up 4% after his comments were said. So that was, part of the reason why Bitcoin had actually took a spike uh, in price. All right, so we also have UAE is becoming a hub for crypto. A lot of exchanges are positioning themselves, in the UAE. So the UAE is kind of becoming like what Switzerland is becoming for all the people to and offshore bank accounts, etc. So you have crypto.com and you have Bybit that are opening offices in Dubai. And they will join the other exchanges such as FTX and Binance that already have offices there in Dubai as well. So as you can see, the Middle East, they already have the oil and they're making a push to be a leader in the digital asset or crypto market as well. So, you know, I guess the tax laws or the regulation as far as crypto goes and the exchanges go is kind of more lax than what it is over here in the West. So Dubai is becoming a leader. So that's very interesting. Something that didn't think that didn't think that would actually come to fruition, but they're making it happen. So with their virtual asset regulatory authority. All right. Uh, we also have institutional crypto funds starting to invest more into the cryptocurrency. You haven't, for the longest, you had people saying, "Where's the institutional money? Where's the institutional money to make the crypto pump?" Well, it's here. All right, so 193 million. It says right here the data from CoinShare shares a weekly inflow of 193 million, with more than half of that figure going to Bitcoin alone. Okay, so more than half of the 93 million was used to purchase and buy Bitcoin. All right, so Solana is also getting attention as well. All right, so you have the fear and greed index. Now, this is one of the things that want to pay attention to because the fear and greed index it's the first time it agreed in 4 months. And down here they have a chart that shows you exactly what it is. It's showing at 60 as of the yesterday, the 28th. And this is what it was on the 27th. It was at 49, and it jumped from 49 to 60, 11 points. Last week it was at 30. Last month it was at 26. All right, so this is what you can see. There's more confidence, and more people are starting to put money and inflow into cryptocurrencies, which is a good thing. Okay. So another thing, 53% of Americans think crypto will be the future of finance. Right. So you're still early, but crypto is becoming more and more and more accepted by the average and everyday American. So this is a good thing. You want crypto to be accepted. You want to be able to take payments. You want to see that your investment is actually growing, and not only that it's growing, that you can use it in a way that you can and won't be taxed. Okay, all right. So the big news of the day is Axie Infinity. Actually was hacked for, I think it was 625 million or 625 million or 650 million, one of the two. That's what Axie Infinity was hacked for through their Ronin network. A hacker exploited the network, the Ronin network, and it was able to make off with, I think it was 173,000 Ether, okay, and 25.5 million USDC. And so actually it was more than 625 million. All right, so yeah, there's something that needs to be addressed, the security portion of the cryptocurrency. I think that needs to be addressed more so than regulation. Um, but regulation needs to be addressed as well. And speaking of regulation, you have Senate Finance Committee probes lack of safeguards in crypto tax incentives, and this is mostly for income zones, income opportunity zones. That got to make sure that they're getting their taxes, etc., and everything. So Now we want to move to the Twitter news. Okay, there's a few things on Twitter that I wanted to discuss and point out to you guys. First for and foremost being Blockworks. Blockworks posted this tweet, yesterday, or today, or not matter of fact, yesterday, 28th. It says Grayscale CEO. This is what he said. His words. There's over 800,000 U.S. accounts waiting for GBTC to be converted into a spot ETF. All right. So that's 800,000 separate accounts that are wanting to buy Bitcoin through their spot ETF. So once the SEC approves it, you're going to see a dramatic spike in Bitcoin prices because all these hedge funds will be able to invest and put their clients into whatever cryptocurrencies uh, um, that gets approved, mainly Bitcoin. All right. Next, we have Willie Woo. He pointed something out that I thought was interesting. This right here was the 1997. Uh, it's a chart showing the internet. And the internet started in 1997 with 120 million users. And it shows right here where Bitcoin is at 135 million users. And the growth, as you can see, the growth from right here, uh, for it to get to this first 1 billion users, it was what 13 years. Let's see here, 8 years, something like that. 7 years, and it got to this first billion, and it took it to 2008, 2009 to get this 2 billion. So this is where you at right here at Bitcoin. Okay, so we're still early. All right, that's one of the things that people don't understand. I don't think is how early that we are. Bitcoin is early, so you're an early adopter. Those of you that have it now and can buy as much as you can. I tell people in my trading group to have, a trading wallet and a huddle wallet. So therefore, that you can, have funds to huddle and funds to trade with or to get rid of whenever that you needed to. So, and then we had this right here. This photo shows right here where Bitcoin Archive posted this on Twitter. He says that the bottom happened here and for Bitcoin here in January. We're right here, and it's been 63, 64 days, and that the bottom was right here, and it's in the middle of January, which is interesting. And I actually have to agree with him on this. I feel like from looking at the charts and statistics and everything, it seems that this might have been the bottom, and we're only going upwards from here. So, I wonder what you guys are thinking, what you guys think about that, your guys' opinion of that. Okay. And then last on the crypto news, before we get into some chart analysis, I have here some news from Chili's. They are going to partner with Anchor to develop Chili's Chain 2.0, separate blockchain for sports and entertainment. I think this will be big for the Chili's brand and for their platform, especially for Anchor as well. This partnership, so this might be something that you might want to look into and check out and check into. And I know all the Chili's holders are glad for this right here. The current price increase of the Chili's coin. So yeah, I know that they're happy and excited about that. All right, so now let's get into some technical analysis. We'll look at some of the charts real quick, and before we head out. So we'll start off with Bitcoin, um, Bitcoin chart, right? I did a short, a 15-second short earlier on Bitcoin, and I told you guys that it would come down to this 21 SMA and touch, and more than likely bounce back. Uh, People ask me why do I say that, and what is the basis and proof of me saying that. I'm going to show you guys here in a second. So as you can see right here, you have run up, and then you have it flag, and then you have it pulled back down to the 21, and then you have a run up again. And then it's the same thing, except for right here, it broke that pattern just a little bit, but then it continued that pattern right here. Okay, so you had run up, touch 21, had one up consolidation, to the 21, run up, and now it's coming back down and touching the 21 again. So in my estimation, and just from my chart analysis, it's done this one, two, three. Uh, there's nothing to lead me to believe that it won't do it again. I believe that this time it'll bring it up above the 48 range, probably above the 50, around the 50 something range. And I speculate that once it hits 50, that you'll start seeing the $1,000 moves and blow quickly up to 60, 65K. All right, RSI is still showing oversold, overbought actually, and it needs to be pulled back down, a little bit. So that's why you're getting the selling pressure. If it does fall back down even more, um, I would look for it to come down somewhere in between this 21 and the 50, somewhere around 45, 5, maybe 46, something around in there. But I really think that it's going to touch off this 21 and bounce back up. Reason why you see a lot of buying pressure. As soon as it hit the 21, you see a lot of buying pressure, buying it back up. Okay, so I think sometime tomorrow we'll be in the green. So we'll just see how that goes. All right. So next we'll look at Ethereum. All right. We'll look at the Ethereum chart. And Ethereum is basically following the same pattern as Bitcoin. And you'll see what I mean when I pull that up. That's not what I wanted. I didn't want Chills. I wanted Ethereum. As you can see, Chili's starting to go up on that news. Yep. So this is Ethereum right here. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to compare Ethereum and the Bitcoin chart. Computer's running a little slow. I need to update some memory. Sorry about that, you guys. Bear with me. All right, and as you can see, the same pattern. Bitcoin is in the orange. Ethereum, as you can see, is with the candles. But the same exact pattern it's doing. Boom. You had run up, run up. You had sell, drop, drop. Buying pressure, buying it up, run up, run up. Selling pressure, buying pressure, now selling pressure, all the way back down to the 21. Okay? So, right now, Ethereum is following the pattern of Bitcoin. And there's the proof that I just provided for you guys. All right, so another coin that I get asked about in my group is Matic. So, therefore, we will look at Matic and we'll probably look at 2 or 3 more. All right, as you can see, Matic it fell below the 21, probably going to come down and touch that 50, so about $1.60, $1.59. As you can see right here, it came down here right around that 50 and ran back up. Came back here again around the 50, ran back up. Um, that is so much for Matic. RSI looks good. As you can see, MACD selling pressure, right here, and boom, you got the sell. So therefore, I think Matic's probably going to fall back down to about, like I said, 159, 160. I would wait and see what it does the next few days. Uh, it may fall down here and bounce up, or it could fall down and consolidate. Depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin moves sideways, so will all the altcoins. Okay, so keep that in mind. Everything depends on Bitcoin. Everything depends on what Bitcoin does. All right, and this is Litecoin, right? So you had a golden cross right here, and as you can see, you had run up going. It looks like that the Litecoin is hovering around the 21. So, let me see here. Litecoin is looking pretty good. And as you can see, it was going up on that channel, then it broke the channel and it's hovering right around that channel right there. Let me see here. Let me see if I can get a Fibonacci. As you can see, as you can see, price action is running up and down that channel, right? And it's hovering around that trend line right there. As it won't break it. So if I was looking to make a trade, what I would do is it's right here. I would buy, and it's just coming up against this red trend line right there. I would sell. Simple enough. That's a quick trade for you. All right. And this is Litecoin. All right. So, and as you can see, it didn't touch the 50. It came down to the 50. Then it didn't touch it, but it came down, and buying pressure started buying it back up. Okay. So the next one we're gonna look at dot. All right. Polkadot was 50 something dollars. It fell down, uh, to the $18 range. That would have been the ultimate buy when it was down in here. Okay, for $17. All right. If you would have bought it at $17, you would have made. Oh, that's not what I wanted. You would have made if you would have bought down here $17. And even if you would have sold at today's prices, you'd have made 31%. If you would have sold a few days ago, you'd have made 37% profit. All right. So that's that. That's Polkadot. It's a good buy. It hovers around the 21. If anything, I don't expect it to fall down to the 50, but if it does, that would be when I would buy. Uh, but I would even buy some right now as it's hovering around the 21. Okay, and this is Polkadot. So the next one we're gonna look at is XRP. All right, looks like XRP fell down and touched the 50. Buying pressure came back up, bought it up. Looks like it touched the 50 a couple of times before running up, so I expect it may run up a little price again, up to around this 90 cent range. Again, RSI looks good. MACD is not selling off too bad. It's not a lot of selling pressure, very little selling pressure. So it looks like it's going to hold around in there. It could chop a few days or consolidate for a few days before taking off back up to around the 91 cent range or mid 90 range. Uh, so yeah, that would be XRP. I don't see any. Let's see here. The next resistance level that you have for XRP is is the 91 cent range. That is actually major resistance. Okay, from looking at the charts, major resistance. But XRP is still a good buy. It's something a lot of people, crap on it or whatnot, call it a, shit coin or whatnot. But I disagree. Um, I think after this lawsuit is over with, that these price is going to skyrocket, and you'll see a large scale adoption amongst the financial institutions using it for settlement and payment. That is exactly my opinion. Okay. So another one that I get asked about constantly in my group as well is VeChain. As you can see, you see the price action of VeChain has been doing very well. Rounded bottoms pay the bills, as you can see, the price action of the rounded bottom. You have the rounded bottom, and boom, price action. So right here you have like I said, you have price action, boom, come up. It's still hovering around the 21. I expect for it to chop and bounce it before it moves up more. Okay. RSI is approaching, good levels. You don't have a lot of selling pressure here on the MACD, so it doesn't mean it's telling me that a lot of people are not selling off their their V chain. Okay, so that would be something that I would pay attention to, something that I would hold on to. Something I would look for. So I would look for a price action. The price to move, uh, fairly soon, a couple days. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, like I said, you see that rounded bottom on the daily, and price action skyrocket. So yeah, just needed to come down right here, and you may have what's formed a little cup and handle. You know, we'll see. But you got right here, it's pushing oversold right here on the daily RSI. So it needs to pull back some more. It needs to pull back some more. Okay, it definitely needs to do that. So you look at the hourly, I bet you it's probably going to fall. So it's showing that. It looks like it's consolidating on the hourly. So like I said, it may consolidate for a couple of days. It may just chop sideways for a couple of days, and then boom. So that's V chain. So we'll look at theta, and we'll look at we'll look at what else we look at. We'll look at we'll look at Silo or something. All right, this is theta. As you can see, around the bottom is starting to form. All we need is a little bit of consolidation right here, which I presume that we'll get. As you can see, people buying pressure is, people still buying. Not a lot, but people are still buying. RSI is starting to fall. Once it falls down some more, I expect for it to take off. But in the meantime, while it falls, I expect for it to chop late right here and capitulate, and then skyrocket. All right. A lot of people in my group, they know my feelings about theta. Theta will be a rival to YouTube. So will Azos. That'll be another one. So those are coins that I do tell my group that I have and that they should look into getting. Another one. In fact, we'll look at Azos real quick as well. So we'll look at Azos. So as you can see, the little rounded bottom starting to form on theta. So I expect theta move in theta real soon. That is what I expect. All right, so let's look at Azos and then we will get out. So this is Azos, AIOZ. And as you can see, it looks like it's forming a little rounded bottom in itself. it has room. It looked like it just made a run a little bit, and people sold off of profits. It's like it's hovering around the 21 and 50 as well. So if the 21 moves up there, you'll see that it'll pull the 50, 80, and the 100 along with it. Um, we need 21 to run up here for the price action of this coin to run up. All right. You see it a little bit of a rounded bottom, a little bit, but this RSI is approaching oversold, so it needs to pull back a little bit. So I'd wait for a little bit of a pullback. Uh, see what kind of trend line is going on. All right. As you can see, it's still running up in this little channel. So it's still running up in the channel. Um, it touches the channel, comes back down, and as you can see, starting this channel goes up. So I suspect that it's going to run back up in the channel. So you have an upward channel going. So that's something to look at and pay attention to. But all right, this will be